Hi guys, I'm Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of my Super Mario 64 Let's Play. In the last episode, we made it here to Princess Peach's castle where we expected to come in and have cake with the princess, but that was not the case. When we came here, we found out that Bowser had infiltrated this castle, kidnapped her, and turned all of the paintings in her castle into worlds that we're going to have to go in and collect all the power stars for. I would have much rather have had cake, but we're going to have to go collect power stars. And as it turns out, that's actually what we're going to end up doing in this episode right here. We're going to go around the castle a little bit more and collect a few more power stars. We've already collected 2 from the Bob-omb Painting. And like I said in the last episode, there are actually 6 stars per painting. We've only collected 2. So we're going to jump in here and get the 3rd star in this world and get our 3rd power star. So we just jump right in here since we've got nothing better to do. And the title of this mission of the Bob-omb Battlefield is Shoot to the Island in the Sky. That sounds a little complicated. Let's see how complicated. Alright, so we get here, and our first task is to locate the island in the sky. Where do you guys think we'd go to look for an island in the sky? You can just picture somebody in the comments going, "Let's look in somewhere in the water." Well, there's only 2 problems with that. First, a floating island would not be in water, and second, this stage has no water. But it has water bombs, go figure. Well, as it turns out, that island up there is indeed where we need to get to. Now, we have a tedious task of actually getting up there, and yes, it is tedious. Now, to my knowledge, there's only one way to get up there. No, you don't climb a tree and hope you make it all the way up to the top. The only way that I know to actually get up there is to use the cannon, but I have heard of people who have actually climbed Bob-omb's mountain and did a long jump over to it that way. And you could try that if you want to. I do not know if it'll work, but we're going to take the way that Nintendo made it, and that is to shoot up to the island using the cannon. Now, we actually can't use the cannon because they are blocked by the Bob-omb's buddy's little symbol here. And if you couldn't figure it out, the way you open this is to talk to the pink Bob-ombs themselves. So you talk to this little guy right here, and he says, "We're peace-loving Bob-ombs, so we don't use cannons. And apparently they're smarter, too. They do not blow themselves up." I don't know if the pink ones have developed a conscience or any kind of intelligence. The other one, Bob-ombs, just simply blow themselves up. Oh, well, anyway, you were saying? "But if you'd like to blast off, we don't mind. Help yourself. We'll prepare all the cannons in this course for you to use. Bon voyage." And with that, the Bob-omb buddies will open up all the cannons in the stage, and as I said, there are 4 of them you could use. We'll locate those all later. Ready for blast off? Come on, hop into the cannon. You can reach the star on the floating island by using the 4 cannons. Use the controller stick to aim, then press A to fire. If you're handy, you can grab the trees or poles to land. Alright, so they've kind of given us a little bit of instruction as to how to actually use the cannons. Well, to actually use them, the first thing you need to do is, first of all, jump into the cannon. You are the ammo for these things, and not the Bob-ombs. Now, as they said, you can aim your cannon by using the controller stick, fire it by clicking the A button. And what you generally want to aim for are either the trees like that. If you do aim for the trees and fire, you will see that you could actually land on those and stop your projection. However, if you aim a little bit higher and go past the trees, you will keep going until you eventually arc down all the way. Or, if you're goofy like I am, you can aim the cannon all the way up to the top and fire. And as you will see, once we start coming back down, we have fired quite a far ways up. And we didn't take any damage from that. Only in Mario physics would that work. Oh well, anyway, let's get on to the mission what we're going to do, and that is to shoot to the island in the sky. Now, as you're aiming, I guess I should say that there is something a little different. There's something a little weird here. Now, you would think that you would press up to aim the cannon up and down to aim the cannon down, but if you press the up button, you actually aim the cannon down. If you press the down portion of the analog stick, you will aim the cannon up. So you'll kind of have to get used to those mechanics right there, and something else you'll have to get used to. If you try to aim your cannon exactly to where you want it to go, like we want to go for that tree up there, obviously that is the best place to stop our advance. Well, if you aim for that, we are aimed perfectly for it right there, but if you fire it, you will see that we will actually not go that high. We will start going out that high, but then start curving down because of the law of gravity that apparently some people have not studied. That island anywhere. Must be the University of Not Studying Gravity or something. I don't know. Well, anyway, generally the key to using the cannon is to aim a little bit higher than where you think you need to go, and by a little bit higher, I mean much higher in this case. Generally, the higher your target is, the higher you want to aim. So while this might seem like an acceptable aiming, if I can do it right, teetering just a little bit. There we go. Now that might seem like it's a good place to aim, but actually what you want to do is you want to actually aim higher than that. I know the island's out of our sight, but I can almost guarantee that where I have aimed is actually not far enough. So we'll go ahead and fire and find out. And as it turns out, it is not. So all we've done is just blast ourselves over here. Alright, well since we are over here, there is another cannon over in this area where we saw the Goombas in the first episode. Go in there. This is a little bit harder to aim the cannon, but we will still try. We've still got the tree on our side, so we're going to aim for that. Since we are a bit closer to our target, I think we can aim for it and get it exactly. No promises, but we'll find out. Or hit the island, the bottom of the island, and die, you stupid thing. Alright, so if I can get back in this... We'll try this thing again. I am not an expert at using the cannon. You will probably see many failed attempts in the process. We're going to aim higher and fire! Haha! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I cannot believe it. I was there at the tip of the tree and I missed the... never mind. Well, over here there is actually our third cannon. I didn't think we had to use this. If you go in here, if I miss this shot, this just tells you how bad of a Mario player I actually am. Alright, the tree is right there. We don't want to fly too far, so we're just going to aim literally... I'm aiming for the center of the tree. Let's see if I actually hit it. And I do not, but I am on the island, so that's good to go there. Now you might notice that there's this little block here that we could have get, but it is dotted out, and I will explain why that is a little bit later. We will need that for a few other things, but we can't do anything about it right now. Now this box right here, this is why we went to all the trouble for. You go over here and hit this thing, and you will see the star that we were trying to get by shooting to the island. Well, since we had such a hard time getting here, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get this thing and leave this stage. Alright, we have got the star for shooting to the floating island in the sky that defies the laws of gravity. And now that we've done that, we've got 3 power stars. As I've said in the last episode, I am not going to save, but I will continue. And apparently we get another pop-up message from somebody. You've recovered 3 power stars. Now you can open any door with a 3 on the star. You can come and go from the open courses as you please. The enemies ahead are even meaner, so be careful. I don't know whether that was Princess Peach talking or if that was a toad. Even if it was a toad, I'm not doing that impression right now. Anyways, they found out the enemies are going to get tougher depending on what stage we go to, and trust me when I say that is actually quite true, and the stages themselves get quite difficult. But we'll worry about that as we actually get to individual stages. Alright, so now that we've done that, we've got 3 stars left to actually get in this painting right here. And while I could go in there and get another one of those stars right now, I'm actually going to hold off right now. There's something coming up in the next battle in this area that I'd like to tackle, and I cannot do that without actually taking care of something that had to do with that dotted box we couldn't access earlier. So I'm going to hold off on doing this right now until we can actually activate those dotted out boxes, and we will come back shortly after this. But this gives us a good opportunity to go around and explore the little parts of the castle. Since we've got 3 power stars, we could pretty much go here and explore any of the other places on this first floor as we want. Now, word of warning, once you get 3 stars, do not go in this room right here. This room right here is the most evil room on the planet, and I would avoid that, and I'm going to avoid that for a little while. And I'd recommend you do the same thing, just because the levels are so stinking hard. Ridiculous. This room right here is one point of many of my frustrations. So we're going to hold off on that right now. And you know what? They kind of mentioned something in the last episode about going to Peach's room, and I think we should do that. That's actually on the first floor, or the second floor, or the first floor. I don't know what you call this. Well, it happens to be this room over here. If you go over here with our 1 star, you'll see the star spin around, which will grant access to us. Now, keep in mind, this is Peach's room. What would you expect to find in Peach's room? I would expect to find a huge royal bedroom with a huge bed, dressing room, huge closet to have all of her dresses and stuff, and everything else like that. A lot of other stuff that has to do with royalty. But no, when you go in here, you will see it is nothing more than an empty room with nothing in it. If this is where Peach is sleeping, I feel sorry for her. Why royalty is staying in here, I'll never know, but that is besides the point. There goes saying that a bunch. Alright, anyway, like you'd expect, like you'd expect, you would have to go into one of these paintings / windows to access the other area. Now, you might be wondering which one of these do you actually go into, or do they all hold something? Well, as it turns out, no they don't. You try to go into this one, you can't go in that. Go in this one, you can't go in that. You have to go to the one on the right. And if you do, you will see something even weirder than this being Peach's bedroom, and that is... Well, we'll go in here and I'll show you if I can ever get in there. Alright, you get in here and you see that Princess Peach has a room with a slide on it. What she wants with a slide, I'll never know, but let's read her sign and see what this says. See if I can get in front of it. Here we go. Read her sign. It says, "Welcome to Princess Toadstool's secret slide." What this is doing in her bedroom, I will never know. I guess girls just want to have fun. Okay, moving on. There's a star hidden here that Bowser couldn't find. When you slide, press forward to speed up, pull back to slow down. If you slide really fast, you'll win the star. Alright, so apparently at the end of the slide, there is a star. We're going to go ahead and take this. As you slide down, as they said, you could press forward to go really fast, or you could pull back to slow way down. That's kind of helpful. Or you could just let the controller stick go and let it go normally. Now as you're sliding, like I said, you could use the analog stick to control Mario where you want to go. If you're really good, you could use Mario to you could click the A button to jump, but there's not really anything else you can do besides that. More or less, you just want to kind of speed through this course carefully. You should be able to get through here without much trouble. And once you actually get to the bottom here, with a score of 21 seconds, you can hit this box, and there will be a secret star. So you can jump up and collect this thing, and we have received the star on the secret slide. Which, again, I'm not sure why she has that in her bedroom, but she does. I'll let you use your imagination what she could be using that for. Alright, so anyway, we're going to continue without saving again. And I've already said why a million times. Now, as it turns out, that's actually not the only star you can get there. There is another star, as weird as it sounds, in that thing. And if we go back there, I will show you where that is. No, it is not like those other missions where there are 6. There are only 2 stars here. And if we go here, I will show you how to get that. So we go back to Princess Peach's slide. Now the way you actually get this other star is you need to get down to the bottom of this slide within before 21 seconds. If you fail to do that, you will not get a secret star. So apparently there is a secret star within this level that has a secret star. So we're going to go belly down, go as fast as we possibly can to get down there and get it. Like I said, you want to do this as quickly as possible. Turn corners sharply. I guess I could say you can slide on your stomach by jumping up, pushing forward, and pressing your jump button at the same time. Now this can be a bit tedious, and you might have to do a bit of practicing. I know it took me several tries to actually get this just right, but if you do get here before the 21-second mark, you will receive another star. So by simply discovering that, Princess Peach has not only had 1, but 2 stars that she has hidden away from Bowser. If I can get these things, there we go. We've got our 6th star, or our 5th. I don't know. I don't keep track of things. Apparently I can't count my Let's Plays, as we found out in my Pokemon Fire Red series. Alright, so we've got 5 power stars now, and that actually takes care of all the stars in her room up there. And since we got a little bit of time left to go yet, I think we're going to go explore another room, and we'll explore the one that has the 1 star on it. So we go over here and let our star power activate the unlock on this room. We go in, and reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. Or Mario opens it very quickly, and that is the end of that. Now once we get down here, you will see that we have a castle floating in the sky. So apparently floating island physics wasn't the only thing we've seen. We're going to see it again. We're going to jump on in here and take on the next mission. And when we take on the place that is called the Wamps Fortress, our first mission is apparently a chip off the Wamps block. Again, I can only imagine 1,000 different things what that could be. Alright, so here on the Chomps thing, or the Wamps thing, not the Chomp. Hello, the Lakitu brothers, cutting in with a live update on Mario's progress. He's about to learn a technique for sneaking up on enemies. The trick is this: he has to walk very slowly in order to walk quietly. And wrapping up filming techniques reported on earlier, you can take a look around using the C over and the C right and the C left button. Press C down to view the action from a distance. When you can't move the camera any further, the buzzer will sound. This is the Lakitu brothers signing off. Again with their cameras. I don't know how on earth they're broadcasting this one. Again, I've never seen any cases of electricity. Oh well, moving on. They have said something. We're about to learn a new technique. If we go over here, you will see a sleeping piranha plant. If you go read this sign over here, it says, if I can get in front of it. Oh, I'm horrible at this. Alright. Alright, in front of it now. I'm sleeping because, wouldn't you expect it? I'm sleepy. I don't like being disturbed. Please walk quietly. Well, by walking quietly, they don't mean run around in circles, because you will wake up the thing and he will be mad, so don't run around. Instead, you can actually you can move around quietly by simply tapping the controller very carefully to the left or the right, up, down. You want to tap very quietly, and you could tiptoe where you want to go. This will allow you to sneak up on the enemy and not wake him up. And when you are close enough to the sleeping thing, he is so cute, you could punch him and kill him. And that'll take care of that. You will receive a blue coin, which will give you 5 coins as a result. Alright, so there's something you can use. I would use those whenever you can. And oh, he's already back. Boy, these things grow back quick. Alright, well, apparently we have to get up to the top of this fortress in order to find the end of the mission, which is the end of Whomp's chip off the Whomp block. Now to go around here, we're going to move around. There are these blocks. You want to avoid these. They will push you off. They have no mercy, despite having big eyes. Whoa, almost died. Again. Alright, once you make it past these dudes, there are these floor tiles that will open up. You can jump them if you don't want to wait for them. But I tend to have very bad luck, so I'm not going to do that. Here we have thwomps, which are weird. They will come crashing down on you and squash you like the bug if you're not careful, so avoid these wherever possible. You have to kind of get through this further. Oh, I do not know how I managed to survive that, but I did. Totally did it. Haha. Alright, so here we have another one of these things. If you really don't want to sneak past these things, you could jump from a distance and dive into them. By diving into them, that will take care of them. I like to do that. And after he's taken care of, there's another one over there. Sneaking over there can be a pain, so you can either do that or you can go around this bridge. If you do, though, go around it very quickly because the ground will fall underneath you if you're not careful. And once you do that, just kind of take this slow, take it quietly, and there I just fell off. Well, don't fall off the bridge because you will have to go all the way back there again. I guess I can show this an alternative to getting up there. If you don't want to take the way up that I took, you could actually jump up here and do a double jump up here to simply ride this thing up here. You might be wondering why I didn't show this in the first place, but this is a Let's Play, and I'm going to show everything I can. And once we've done that, we've again got our sleeping piranha plant that we have again killed. That takes care of him. Now we got another one over there, but like I said, I am not going to go over there to wake him up. I'd rather not anyway. Alright, so if we do this very carefully, we'll wait for the spinning platform to come around. Come on, you spinning platform. Quit spinning in the wrong places and get over here. Alright, from here you can long jump over. You can just wait for the platform to spin in the proper direction. I'm going to do that. Now we go over here. Almost fell off again. This is a Whomp. The way you defeat these things, well, you can't actually punch them. And they are pretty much invincible from the punt. There's nothing you can do to take care of them, at least not like this. Now, the secret, to actually getting around these things is to jump on their back and ground pound them when they are down like that. Now, that's going to be important to know for a little bit later, and you will see why that is. But before we actually get over there's something up here that you might want to take notice of. You have this flagpole up here, and if you climb all the way up to the top, you will see that there is no flag, but still there is something very important up here, and that is if you get all the way up to the top, you will receive an extra life, which is just awesome. Once you receive that, just slide down. Do not jump off unless you know what you're doing, because you could jump off the cliff that is here, and you will die and have to start over. With, again, these places defying gravity. Alright, so here we have another Whomp, and I'm just going to ignore this guy right now, because he's not really a threat. Our enemy is actually on this elevator right here, so just jump on the elevator, and this will take you to the Mr. Big Whomp himself. And we talk to him, and he says, "It makes me so mad. We build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and still, you walk all over us. Or if you're in the modern technology, we drive all over you." But anyway, you were saying, do you ever say thank you? No! Well, you're not going to wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for the fun. Okay, that's kind of cryptic. What if I said thank you then? Would you spare me then? You're going to crush me for the fun of it? You know what? That'd just be like me just pounding you for the fun of it. Which is kind of what I'm doing, but that is besides the point. Moving on. Do you have a problem with that? Yes, I have a problem with that. Just try to pound me, wimp. Ha! You're calling me? Oh, it's on, dude. You don't call me a wimp and get away with it. Alright, well, same with the little ones. You simply get underneath him and jump on top of him, ground pound. And all you have to do is just do this 3 times, as with every other enemy. Do not fall off, or you will have to start over. Now, this enemy really isn't that hard, and this game might seem a little easy right now. I know I kind of played it up to be hard, but trust me, things will get harder. After he falls down, we're going to wipe our feet. I'm just walking all over you, dude. Now, you are on a time limit, so well, you're not really on a time limit. Ooh, he almost squashed me. Alright, I'm done playing around. Take this. No! Crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. Yep, that's right. You are just a stepping stone. I won't grovel. Grovel. I'm sorry, I just caught the rock pun there. Here, you win. Take this with you. And with that, he explodes just like the big Bob-omb, and we receive our 6th Power Star. Alright, we are 6 up from what we had in the first episode, which was nothing. Now with that, we have received a score of 35 coins, but that's not really important right now, and as before, I am not going to save. And we got a little bit of time left over, so I think we're going to jump back into the Wamps Fortress one more time and do one more mission. And we'll jump in there and just do that, since there's not really anything else we could do. And apparently in this mission, we are going to the top of the fortress. Well, you might be wondering where there's a fortress, because we did not see one earlier. Well, when you actually pick this level, there is indeed a fortress now, and it is where the big Whomp used to be. You will see that there's a building there that was not there before. So just like before, we are going to take the long way up there, or the short way. I don't want to take the long way. It's too risky of dying, too easy to get pushed off by those annoying things. And as we make our way up, not that I don't have to tell you guys how to actually do these things again. Get my 5 coins for doing this. I guess I could say while I'm doing this, if you haven't noticed, the levels will change up a little bit depending on what stage you actually find yourself on or what power star. Some stages will be the same while others will change. This is one of those stages that will change. Any mission that we go to from this point on that is not the big Whomp will actually be carried over to have that big fortress and everything like that. So yeah, there I... Okay, so there's my horrible attempt at trying to get up. Alright, I'm going to head back up there and I will meet you guys at that bridge in just a little bit. Be right back. Alright, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my own sad attempts at falling off a bridge. As I said earlier, as you go into these levels... Are you kidding me? Alright, I will be right back again. Meet you guys at the bridge. Alright, now that I am back again on the other side of the bridge, I didn't want to take a chance of this one, not on the other side of the bridge, but no, I will not fall off again. Anyways, I was trying to say over and over before I keep falling. If I fell off again, I swear I would have screamed. Alright, anyway, as I keep trying to say, every time you go into a stage, a different mission, sometimes the stages will be different. Like this one here, the top of the Wamps Fortress will be a little bit different from what it was previously. Alright, that's what I was trying to say. Now that I finally got it out, I'm done with that. Alright, so now that we're here, you will see this giant fortress thing, or not a giant fortress, but a tower that was not here before. And what you want to do to get up here is just literally just climb your way up. At some point, you'll get to one of these stone platforms that is an elevator that will take you to the top, and we will slowly make our way up there if I can actually do it. I have been known to do this very badly. As you could tell, my abilities at Super Mario 64 are not the best in the world. I will still try to take this as carefully as possible, and if I could do it, yes, I did it! Simply ride the elevator up to the top of the thing, and then when we are here, we will simply go around, find our star, and get it. And call this mission done. Thank goodness. No more falling off rotating bridges. Alright, with that, we have acquired our 7th Power Star. And like before, I am not going to save this and continue playing. But while I'm not going to save it, I actually think we are going to call this right here. We got quite a bit done in this episode. Got quite a few number of stars. And we see there's a toad over there. We'll take care of that in the next episode, along with a lot of other things. So, like I said, since we've got quite a bit accomplished, I think we're going to call this here. Next time at Super Mario 64, I think we're going to go look at Wamps Fortress a little bit more, see if there's anything we can't get accomplished. And then after we do that, I think we'll look around the first floor a little bit longer, see what's here. So, until that time, I will catch you guys later.